we go. Okay, so now we're recording. Thank you so much for taking some time out to come hang out with us tonight. I'm super excited about what I am going to be sharing with everyone tonight. My name is Bridget Marchand, and I live in San Diego, California, and I am a biohacker, and you have been invited by, there's a couple of different important business partners on tonight, whether you were invited by Jay or Jay Lee or Raymond or Adriana. The reason why they thought of you was because this information has been life-changing for every single one of us, and it's something that we're really excited about and passionate about sharing, because we know that it could potentially change lives. Each one of us has seen what it can do for us, either for our health or for our financial situation or for our freedom in terms of time freedom, which, you know, is really hard to come by. So again, my name is Bridget Marchand, and I'm a business partner of all these fine folks who've invited you tonight. And so for me, I just want to share a little bit about me. When I came to this, I was not looking for a business per se. I was making changes in my life, but I was really drawn by the ingredients, the integrity of the products. I was really excited to see what it was going to do for me. I was at a point, I was in my mid-30s, and I was having high levels of anxiety. And that was triggering heart palpitations. And the official word for that is SVT, supraventricular tachycardia. So my heart was tracked at racing 220 beats a minute. And that was really scary for me because, I was like, it was impacting how I was able to live my life. I've always been a very athletic person. I really enjoy exercising and feeling my body in motion and feeling the endorphins, right? And I was really scared that that wasn't going to be part of my future. So I went ahead and got started, and within 4 months of being on the product, all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute. I am not experiencing this anymore. I'm going to see who needs to be muted. Hold on 1 second. Okay, we're going to mute. Okay. Okay. So I think we're muted. I'm just going to make sure everybody's muted. So for me, that was really impactful. And it really helped me with my life. Again, I wasn't looking for this. This isn't something that's going to treat, cure, mitigate, or prevent any diseases. But what we're talking about is activating our body versus supplementing our body. And I'm going to get a little bit more into it deeper. As I mentioned, when I started taking the products, I had no idea that I was going to be using the products or getting into the business side. But as I dug a little deeper, I learned about the science. I started to experience these positive changes in my life, and started to look at, the business and the big picture and where is the economy going, right? Business is changing, and it's, people are looking for work-life balance. People are no longer working at the same job for 20 or 30 years, and then, and keeping that consistency. And then there's also this whole sharing economy with Uber and Airbnb and Facebook, that whole sense of community. And those are some things that our company provides. And you look at Amazon and how people are shopping and doing business, brick and mortar is not coming back. It is gone. Amazon broke that mold, and they really, they changed how we do shopping. And so this is exactly the same thing, except for instead of, the commissions and income going to Amazon, the commissions and income are going to the independent distributors like myself, who is a busy mom of 3. So this is what we're talking about. This is the difference between activation versus supplementation, right? And sort of like a projected market overview. What we're talking about is utilizing nutrition to positively affect our genome, our genetic expression. So what does that mean? what we're able to do is we're able to take natural extracts and food items and put them into our body, activate different pathways to get different solutions. And I'm going to dig a little bit deeper in that. But this, in terms of a market research and where can this go, this is going to be a huge industry, and it's just up and coming, and it's very, very exciting. These are some, big numbers with lots of zeros here. Whoa, I went a little bit too fast. Oops. Okay. So most of us are living our life on the left side of the screen, and we are being hijacked by our environment. And what does that mean? It means our bodies are super, super stimulated. Our immune systems are getting overrun. They're going into immune dysfunction, right? Because our bodies are being hijacked by the food that we eat, the water that we drink, the air that we breathe, the chemicals that we come in contact with, and toxins and EMF exposure from our cell phones, all of that, allergies, all of that, right? And so what this allows us to do is to be in control of our genetic expression, be in control so that our body can better fight off these environmental factors, because we are working strong and efficient and optimally from the inside out, again, through taking these herbs and plants and extracts, right? So we're taking control of our own biology, we're optimizing our genetic potential, we're becoming our best version of ourselves using nutrigenome, and that's food and nutrients to affect the genome. I'm gonna mute, I'm gonna mute a little. Hold on one second. We're going to mute. I think everybody's muted now. Okay. So sorry about that. So where was I? So I hope that each of you has seen the Biohacking Your Body. If you haven't seen that, this is the website and what it looks like. It's www.biohacking, it's not coming up, hackingyourbody.com. Okay? So this is not coming up. Biohackingbody.com. Well, it should work. For some reason, my server's not wanting to find it, but it's www.biohackingyourbody.com. I hope that you've seen it. Basically, that is a tape of an old airing of an ABC News report, and it's really, really important in terms of it's an old report, but it's in terms of how our company got started with this flagship product on the left, which is our Nerve2 activator. I'm going to get in a little bit more depth on it in a minute, but this is just an overview of our company and the different markets that we're getting into, that we're touching, okay? So we're talking that we're touching an $300 billion anti-aging market, $121 billion skincare market, $67 billion pet care market, $50 billion energy market, $37 billion weight loss market, and $6.2 billion hair care market, okay? So this is incredible in terms of we have something for every human being and their pets, right? And so if you have skin and you breathe air, your life is going to be enhanced, and you're going to be experiencing life better if you implement some of these products into your life. And I'm seeing it every single day, and I couldn't be more proud to represent the company and the products because of what I see, the changes that are happening every single day for people. One second here. Not muted. I'm not sure. Okay, well, we're just going to have to, if you can try to mute yourself, mute your phones, that would be great. That'll cut down on background noise. Thanks so much. Just so that everybody can hear us, hear me. Okay, so this is our flagship product. So this is clinically proven to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. Okay, the FDA allows us to say that. It's an approved statement that we're allowed to make. ABC News came in and said, we don't believe the claims that you're making, and we want to investigate you. And the company said, well, we invite you to come in and take a look at our lab and check us out. And this is a teeny tiny biotech here in San Diego. And so they invited ABC News to come in and investigate. So what they did was John Quinones is a very famous and well-known investigative reporter, and he came and got his blood tested 30 like day 1 and 2 weeks later. And within 2 weeks time, his blood oxidation levels, oxidative stress levels reduced by 45%. Okay, so blew away even what we're allowed to say on the side of our bottle, right? So what does that mean? What is that oxidative stress, right? Oxidative stress is oxidation of our cells, right? And so basically, if you equate it to an apple, right? Apple is, very familiar to all of us, right? Apples turn brown through oxidation, right? Metal rusts through oxidation. So that is what's happening on the inside of our bodies every single day with the air that we breathe and our lifestyles, right? So if you picture all of us are apples in the aging process or the browning process, right? So what this product does is it slows down that browning process or that aging process by 40% in the first month. That's amazing. That's astounding. And then 6 to 8 months, what it does is it has a continuous effect, right? It has a long-term continuous effect. So your body gets more and more efficient, more and more optimized, right? So 6 to 8 months, you're talking about reducing oxidative stress levels by 60 to 80%. So what you're doing is you're putting the body back into homeostasis, and now all of a sudden it's better equipped to repair itself and protect itself, right? And so that is the impact of what we're doing. So when ABC News came in, 2 things happened. Sales went through the roof. However, teeny tiny biotech, white coats in the back, they can't get their orders out. Nobody got their calls back, nobody got their emails back, and nobody got their orders, and then people forgot about it. The other thing that happened was all of the scientific community, doctors, researchers, and scientists said, holy moly, we're super excited about this. If this is real, we want to know what it will do for heart disease, cancer, all these different, conditions, aging conditions and disease states, right? Because this is the core process. It's affiliated in over 300 of the worst diseases that you don't want, right? And so they started studying, and then publishing and peer reviewing. And now we have access to them. And it's pretty cool to be part of a company that has published research on it. So one of them is the National Institute of Aging. I want to mention that before I change the page. The National Institute of Aging did a 10-year study. So they studied over a decade, all these natural resources, and tested them, put them to the test. Will they extend life? That was the goal. Will they extend life? Well, the only product that did, coupled up against fish oils, curcumin, which is in our product, right, and resveratrol, and all these other natural elements that are touted to extend life, none of them did, but ours did. We extended life by 7%, which is profound and amazing and life-changing because we're reducing that inflammation in our body and we're also extending life. So nobody wants to live longer if they're going to live longer sicker, which is what's happening in our current healthcare system, right? But if you can live longer and feel better, yeah, I'm in, right? And so I want to show you, because the proof is in the pudding, right? So if you go to pubmed.gov, which is right here, so this is a government website. This is not a company website, government website, right? And if you type in our product, this is a branded supplement. There you go. You'll see that there's 24 peer-reviewed published studies, and there's more in the process. There's at least this many that are happening right now. So this is cutting-edge science. This is decades before your doctor's going to get it. They just started teaching this in med school this year. Okay, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting to be in part of a breakthrough technology that's helping people like this, right? So onto the pathway that this product activates, it's called the NRF2 pathway. So if you are research minded, the next step is go to NRF2 and educate yourself, right? Read up, because pharmaceutical companies are all over this, right? And they're already making synthetic products that activate the NRF2 pathway, but they're doing it, again, synthetically, which has side effects and also costs thousands of dollars more per year, like in the $50,000 range versus our product that is about, somewhere $600-700 for the year, right? So very, very affordable and also natural, right? So they have synthetic products out for MS, Alzheimer's and ALS. And they're scrambling on a whole lot of other ones. But again, you know, synthetic or natural, you know, cost effective or crazy expensive, you know, side effects, no side effects, you know, you choose, right? And so that's pretty exciting. So then the next thing that you search, if you're doing your research, I created a whole book of research, so I get it. So you go to oxidative stress, when you go to oxidative stress right here, because this is what we're reducing by 40% in 30 days. And then you type in whatever you are curious about, like, oh my gosh, I'm curious about my kidney health. So I'm going to type in kidney. And I'm going to find there's 14,000 studies relating oxidative stress and kidney health. So is it correlated? Is it important? If you can reduce oxidative stress, reduce inflammation, reduce immune dysfunction, are your organs going to be in a better state, in a place? Absolutely. And I have a friend who was taken, you know, that she was taken from a stage 4, which is, you know, going for transplant, to a stage 3 in a month after being on this product. So that was pretty empowering, you know, as her friend, to be able to provide a solution like this for her. So here's a summary of all of the studies and the journals, the medical journals. So this is where the doctors get their information. They just haven't gotten it yet because there's not a pharmaceutical rep that's pushing this information on them, right? But the studies are there. So if you have a digger doctor who's willing to do the research, then they're going to come to their own conclusions. But it's pretty powerful stuff. Louisiana State University is crazy important because they took precancerous cells with our internal product, and the end result was that they saw a high percentage of reduction from precancerous cells to turning cancerous, and also cancerous to spreading, right, by 38% and 53% respectively, I believe, right? So their recommendation was for us to create a topical version of that, and that is what we put in our entire skincare line, which is the best skincare line I've ever tried. It's anti-aging and it's phenomenal. So again, this has received some media coverage. Everything is transparent. You can verify, this is all on our website. So all of the ingredients, patents, Q&As, FAQs, all that is on our website, which I love and appreciate being a business partner with the company. And then, so this is Nerf 1. So this is kind of like the next breakthrough that the company created. And this one affects mitochondrial health. And this one is incredibly important for energy, ATP, increasing cellular energy. So what that means is if your body has been fighting off something, fighting off inflammation, fighting off, you know, heart disease, fighting off diabetes, if it's been fighting something off for a really long time, it's depleting its mitochondrial stores. And so by depleting its mitochondrial stores, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel sluggish. You're going to feel tired. But not only are you going to feel it, your organs are going to feel it. Your heart's going to feel it. Your brain's going to feel it. Your liver, your kidneys, they're going to feel it. They're not going to be able to perform optimally, right? So these together work amazing, right? So that's kind of like what we're talking about. It's pretty powerful. And again, 5 natural ingredients, very, very simple and very effective. Probiotic. So the third part of this is a probiotic, and it is important. Gut health is really important. 80% of our immune system lives in our gut, and also 80% of our neuron receptors live in our gut too. So it's important if we have brain fog. You know, this is very, very important thing to consider and implement. Now, a lot of people are taking probiotics, and there's been a lot of, you know, studies on it in science. And what the problem is with most probiotics is that they're not shelf stable, right? And so they're not protected, so they get burnt up in our stomach acids. Okay, so only about 4% of a probiotic is actually going to make it to your intestines where we really want it to get to, right? So what our company has done, we've brilliantly designed our products so that first we created it from the 6 strands that are the most well studied. Again, so quality is up here, right? And then we've protected it to travel through the digestive system so that it's slow releasing between 10 and 12 hours, right? It's brilliant. It's also covered in encapsulated in a Wellmune technology, and the Wellmune technology is a beta glucan, which is a prebiotic. So we're giving the probiotics food so that they can colonize. I mean, it's brilliant. And people notice a difference, some in days, some in weeks, but some of our retailers who are doctors, functional medicine doctors, they can't keep it on their shelf because it's been so profound for them, which is really awesome. I just skipped, there we go. Okay, somehow I skipped our fish oils. Let's see here. There we go, omegas. So omega, that's the fourth part in our vitality stack, which is like our starter kit for health, if you will. And the omegas are very important. Again, this is a combo product. And so we're talking omega-3s, omega-7s, and vitamin D. This is interesting because most omegas, or a lot of omegas, have filler oils. They have omega-6s. Omega-6s, most Americans are going to get omega-6s in their diet. So, and we need an important ratio between the two. So our philosophy is we raise our omega-3s, then we have a good ratio, a healthy ratio between our 3s and 6s. And with the omega-7s, brand new research, cutting edge science, right? This is proven to optimize cellular communication between fat cells and muscle cells so they can communicate and organize. So this is supporting our metabolism for healthy weight. So metabolic health, which is like crazy important and exciting and awesome. And then vitamin D, most adults in America are deficient in vitamin D. And this is really important for our immune health, right? To prevent, again, not prevent, but to guard against autoimmune issues, right? Skin, lots of autoimmune stuff can be helped with the fish oils. So, and again, ours is 6 hours boat to bottle, super fresh, no fishy taste, not rancid. If you are taking a fish oil and you taste the fish, then I'm sorry, but it's oxidized, which means it's rancid, it's not good. Ours is good. If you chew it, you can chew it in your mouth and it tastes like lemon lime because it's so fresh, 6 hours, and it's traceable to the boat that it came in on. So again, integrity. Integrity is important, especially when you're putting it in your body. So these are some of our core product lines. We put them together. The doctors who have partnered with us in our company, which there's over 1,000 now, right? What they're saying is that this addresses about 95% of people's health and aging issues. So that is very significant and impactful because we're talking about reducing oxidative stress, reducing inflammation, improving mitochondrial production, improving cellular energy, supporting the microbiome, supporting our immune system, brain health, heart health, so healthy humans, right? So it's good. So I'm going to scroll down. We have this incredible energy drink, and I hate to even call it an energy drink. It's more liquid brain food, mental focus, clarity, concentration. Everything's clean, no sugar, no fake sugar, no artificial colors. It's non-GMO. I give this to my kids. I take it every day. I take it before my workout. I'm in the zone, right? If I'm doing it for my kids, giving it to them, it's before a game or before a test, right? When I want them to be in the zone. So this stuff is super awesome. It is total go juice, and it's really, really wonderful, and I love it. We have a weight management system, and the weight management system, again, it's a different conversation. Most companies are having conversations about weight loss. We're having a conversation about weight management. And what does that mean? That means detoxification through a really gentle, clean, natural cleanse, right? Very simple. 2 pills in the morning, 2 pills at night for 7 days, right? We're not putting you on a liquid fast for like a month, right? And then probiotic, right? We're building that gut support. It's so important that it's on 2 teams, right? It's in the vitality stack and it's also in the weight management stack. And then our fat burn, our chief science officer is from France. And so she's very into like what's happening in Europe, right? And this combination that's in our fat burn is proven to attack and reduce visceral fat, belly fat. And so it's a really important tool to have in your arsenal whenever you are trying to, get back to being the best you, right? And then we have a protein shake, and it is super delicious, tastes like a sugar cookie. It is the best protein shake I've ever tasted. And and it doesn't have any fillers in it. That's, I think, important, because a lot of them, you take them and then you're like, oh my gosh, I feel so full. It's not like that. It's very clean. And I actually use it as a base. We're all about real food. We want to put real food in our body. So I'll put greens and berries and give it to the kids and take it myself. And I'll even bake with it because it's gluten-free. So it's really, it's a good one. And then this is this is the skincare line that I mentioned before. And again, this is Nerve2 activated. Back to Louisiana State University, we created this based on their recommendation, and it's phenomenal. It's the reason why I signed up for the company. Quite honestly, I put it on my skin and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in. I don't know what I'm going to get paid. I don't understand how the business works, but I'm in. And so I loved it, and I haven't stopped using it since. And it's pretty phenomenal. And then this is our brand stinking new. I don't know if you've seen any of the before and after pictures, but this system is our brand new shampoo. Again, this is taking us into an $85 million market, right? Super clean. There's an app you can download on your phone. It's called Think Dirty, and it has a scanner, so you can scan all the toiletries in your bathroom and you can figure out, if it's clean or if it's dirty, right? This is super clean, 1s and 2s, completely non-toxic and completely effective. It totally changes the way your hair lays, how it feels, its shine, its elasticity. It's proven to decrease breakage, and people are seeing incredible results with just maintaining. And I don't want to make any false claims, but if you should ask the person who sent you, because pictures speak louder than words, for before and after, so that they can get you connected with some of the amazing things that this shampoo and hair care system is doing for people, because it's really, really helping people who especially have had hair patch loss issues. It's just helping them fill everything in. And how it does it, what it does is it's so clean, it strips out anything that's clogging the pores. So if the hair follicle is dead, it's dead. But if it's just clogged, it's completely going to unclog it so that all of those new baby hairs can come through, and it's really awesome. So, okay. Now we're going to talk about dogs. So I said, I promised that it was good for dogs. So people started giving it to their pets. And so if you go to YouTube and you type in Protandem and dogs, you're going to see tons of video testimonials on dogs, horses, goats, mammals, camels, lots of people doing really, really well on our products. So animals doing really, really well, excuse me. But this is the same ingredients. It's Nerve2 activation plus some extra doggy stuff for their hair. And it's really phenomenal, because you can see that they're like limping, or horses, their gait is really slow, or their coat is like patchy. And then, ooh, oh, yay. I just got a gift I extended. Yay. Anyway. All right, we have unlimited minutes. Sweet. Okay, so we don't have to end early. I can talk forever and talk your ears off. But anyway, so this is phenomenal, you guys. To see pets who are aging and then see them, looking at birds and then, but not being able to chase them. And then, 2 weeks or 2 months later, they're able to, it looks like I have a note here. I have a chat. I'll get to the chat at the end. Or maybe I'll go now. Maybe it's important. Hold on. And then to see them being able to take the stairs or jump into a truck, it's really awesome. Hector, woohoo, doggies, awesome. Yeah, it's really phenomenal to see what it's doing for them. And horses, with laminitis, it's really profound, because here's the thing. Okay, I almost forgot the most important thing about animals. There's no placebo effect. If they feel better, they start acting like puppies again, right? They start wagging their tail and chasing things and playing, right? And so that is what you see in your dogs, right? And that's how us adults feel, but we think about things, and animals just, if they feel better, they just act more fun, So, okay, so this is like just a summary of our product lines. And if you decide tonight, like, hey, I really want to try the Vitality Stack, great. That means you get free shipping. You get a better price and you get free shipping. And this is, you can't see me, so I'm not going to show you, but it comes in this pack here. And it really is great, because you just this is one day, and you take the whole strip of 3 with you to work in your gym bag, in your purse, and like you're good to go, right? And maybe you take an Axio pack because your energy dips at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. and then, you know, you're good to go. So everything is built to be and designed to be very user friendly and easy to use. And that's why doctors, quite frankly, like our products, because that's a big problem when you're trying to get someone to make a lifestyle change. If it's too hard, it's not going to happen, right? But if you're trying to make a lifestyle change and you can simplify it, then you have a better chance for it of actually happening. So this is just an idea of pricing. You know, we try to keep it very, very affordable, ethical, great company. So great ranges. This is an overview. I told the story before. Products have sold since 2003. ABC investigative report happened in 2005. Switched from retail to direct sales. I don't know if I got to that, but basically, after it, you know, once ABC came in and they got all these sales that came in, and then they couldn't fill them. They were trying to get it to market, right, and trying to, you know, put on the side of the bottle what how this was different, right, than vitamin C, right? And nobody got it, and nobody was invested in it, and it wasn't doing very well. So they brought consultants in, and the consultants said, listen, this needs to go in direct sales. People need to know, you know, how this is different. And the biggest driver of consumer sales is person to person. So we recommend that you take it into direct sales. And the scientists were like, we're not sure, but they tested it, they did it, and sales went from $3 million in sales to $200 million in sales within 4 years, which is awesome. This is LifeVantage is the name of our company. We're a publicly traded company on NASDAQ. We have an incredible management team. I love, you know, our sales officers and our CEO. They're just incredible, incredible people, and leadership is amazing. So we're a global company, right? And we're growing, and, you know, we are breaking into new markets. So the ones on the top are where you can actually have distributorships and have a business if you have friends in these countries and you would like to have an international company. And then the ones down here is our global, the flags down here are global customers. And some of these, like Ireland, is going to be switching to a distributorship. And I believe New Zealand too is on there. So some of these are going to be moving. So we're adding to it with the goal of like 180 countries, right? And so this is a ground floor opportunity. Less than 1% of the world knows about what I'm sharing with you tonight, right? So again, thank the person who invited you, because if they didn't bring you here, how would you know? How would you find out, right? So we really want the people who we love and care about to know about this information for their health, and also crazy business opportunity, right? So this is a laptop lifestyle. I do everything 100%. I do about 90% from my phone and about 10% from my laptop. I am crazy. I just love doing everything from my phone. So if you decided to become a partner with us, you get a website, you get an app, and you get training, and you get connected with like-minded people, and it's pretty awesome. And you just plug into our system, and it's pretty wonderful. This is an example of our website. It's pretty slick. Love it a lot. And this is one of our tools. This is accessible. I do this on my cell phone all the time. People, I'll talk to them and they say, oh yeah, I want to try that drink. It was delicious. Send me, you know, one or whatever. So there's another one that's not on here, but it just, you know, you just click copy, and then you can drop this card into a text or a PM. So it's really, you know, you're able to run your business from your cell phone, which is like really cool. These are just some facts on network marketing. So, you know, these are in the billions, right? This is a big deal. There's a lot of money to be made in network marketing, right? And so is the opportunity there? Yeah, we're a $200 million company, and we're talking about opportunity and market share in the billions. So yeah, tons of opportunity for growth. This is where we are. This is an idea of timing, right? So check it out. You know, in real estate, it's location, location, location. In network marketing, it's all about the timing, right? If I were to be talking to you tonight about Avon or Mary Kay, right? They've been around for like 80 to 100 years, right? So they would be up here because everybody already knows about them. It's a household name. So this phase is called too late, right? So we're in the sweet spot, right? We're 10 years in, we're stable, we're publicly traded. Our stock just hit another 52-year high. It's tripled in the last 90 days, and it's set to double again in the next 60 days. So phenomenal, right? And this is these from 3 million to 200 million. That is where like the upper echelon of our company, that is where they made their money, right? And now they're forecasting us, right? The people who know these things, we're looking at going from 200 million to 800 million in the next 4 years, right? So it's going to happen whether I do it or you do it. But I'd rather do it, be part of it, but you don't have to. But it's really exciting. And then this is kind of like how you get in. Like I said, $50 makes you a partner, and you get to be part of a really, kick butt company with a production team, quality control, shipping, customer service, website, advertising, marketing, legal, compliance, accounting, events, promotions, all of it, right? And then you choose the pack or the products that you want to get started with, right? And so the company has put together some packs to give you different kinds of samplings, right? Because with this kind of business, you want to know how it tastes, how it feels, how you feel when it's in your body, right? So that you can positively, express that to the people that you are wanting to share it with, right? So they've put packs together, but it's totally 100% up to you how you would want to do this, right? So it's $50 plus whatever products you think that you want to use for your family and your household. And different people start in different areas. There's like a $350, a $650, and a $1250 option. Or you could do any of it a la carte and make your own. So lots of different options, very fair, very exciting. And this is kind of like how it works, right? So we are moving product through our network, right? We're building business through our network, right? So whether someone becomes a consumer and they say, hey, I got a lot on my plate right now, but this sounds awesome and I want to get started as a customer. Great, awesome. The person who invited you, if you decide to do that, they get a 30 to 40% thank you check the next Friday, right? Our work weeks run, Monday to Sunday, paid the next Friday. So it's almost instant money, right? And then the same thing if it's a distributor partner, same thing. So that's pretty awesome. We have launching bonuses because we're not only moving product, I'm building a small business, and then it's under the umbrella of a larger publicly traded business, but then I'm helping in my small business. There's all kinds of team building and mentorship because I'm helping my people. I don't have any people on this call tonight. I'm here to help my people and my colleagues because I believe in it, right? And I want to share this incredible message and gift that we have, right? So there's launching bonuses, though, within the organization that are built in. And we can go through this more in depth. If you want to break that down and see how that works, it's flipping awesome. And I'm happy to do another call at a later time to break that down. And then we get paid monthly. So we get paid weekly for like immediate gratification. Thanks for bringing new people to our organization. Thanks for sharing this awesome gift. And then we get paid monthly based on the whole previous month. What was our gross sales? Then it's then we get paid on the 15th of every month, right? And then we're paid generational matching bonuses on every person that we bring onto our team. And then when we hit a certain level of eliteness, right, then we're put into these pools of global sales. So remember all the flags I had on the screen there, right? So if you don't know anyone in Thailand, it's okay. Get to Pro 7 and you can have a piece of that business. So that is incredible. And then my life venture, we're all about, finding freedom, health freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, right? And the Jeep is our symbol of freedom, right? So we have a Jeep program that is a promotional incentive, and I know a lot of people who have won them, but that's a pink slip. That's not a lease or a rental or a 2-year thing. That's a forever thing, and it's so exciting when people get on because it's they've worked really hard and it's been really fun. So, okay, how far can you take this, right? Like, what does all this mean? Like, is this real? Can real money be made here? Well, take a look at this column here where it says monthly average, right? Depending on where you come in, right? If you do an a la carte pack, you're coming in as a distributor, right? Your monthly average is going to be about $13, right? Not much, but you're not doing much either, right? But check it out. These mid-level ranks, this is like the big thing with a lot of you know, a lot of skeptical people that say MLMs or network marketing doesn't work, that, you know, people don't really make money doing that, right? Well, our company is different. I don't know what the other companies are doing. I've never worked for another company like this, but my company is paying. I can tell you that I'm here at a Pro 4 pushing for Pro 5. This is where I am. My husband is in business with me and he's here, right? So we're working together, bringing this home. It's really good for part-time money for a mother of 3 who's home with her kids, right? And then like my business partner, she's a 6 going to 7, right? So she's going to earn that Jeep in the next year or so, right? And that's great money. Again, part-time, you know, full-time mom, part-time job, pretty awesome. Leveraging your own skills and interests, right? And then these are like the Mac dogs, the people who just like go after it, right? Then they're making crazy money. Okay, keep going. I want to keep you guys, it's 7:40, so it's been 40 minutes. This is it. We're almost done, I promise, okay? This is what we're asking you to look at, right? This is the traditional plan that I started with. Most people, you know, they learn for the first 20 years of life, you know, school and college, right? And then they earn for 40 to 50 years, and then they live, right? They retire and they vacation for how many years? We don't know, right? We hope it's long, but sometimes it's not, right? So the same thing for like LifeVantage, you know, conversely, we're saying, look at this. What if you could learn for 20 years and then you could learn and earn with on-the-job training, because this is a partnership. We're creating teams, right? We're helping people develop themselves and develop small businesses. Learning and earning for, typically this is not a get rich quick thing that we're talking about. We're talking about developing a small business from 3 to 5 years, right? So typically 3 to 5 to 7 to 10, whatever, it's better than 40 or 50, right? And then you have this freedom, right? Then you can travel. If somebody gets sick, it's not a big deal, right? And so we're kind of breaking the mold. The timing is right for businesses like this. And then this is just a quote, excuse me, never depend on a single income. Make an investment of time and effort to create a second source. So I'm not asking you to quit your job if you work full time, like that, don't do that, right? But consider building something over time. And there's a lot of people on this call who are doing exactly that, right? They're working a full-time job and they're building this in the nooks and crannies when they have free hours, minutes to build something that's just theirs. Nobody can take it away from them, right? Which is pretty cool. And then lastly, this is the second to last page, our company gives back, right? LifeVantage Legacy is a 501(c)(3). I think 50, I don't know what it is. It's a nonprofit. I think it's 501(c)(3). I don't know. It is a nonprofit. It is a real nonprofit. It's tax deductible. We go down to Mexico every single year and we build homes. We fix smiles. Oh, somebody's going to tell me what it is. 501(c). Yeah, 501(c)(3). Oh, Jay, thank you. 501(c)(3). Thank you. I appreciate that. So I was able to go on an incentive trip. I was able to, oh, there's another one. Oh, smiley. I'm sure that was a smiley. I was able to go on an incentive trip to Puerto Vallarta. And I'm going to go ahead and stop my share because I don't think there's anything else more. And I'll tell my story and wrap. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm going to stop the share so that you can see me. Okay, guys. So I was able to go to Puerto Vallarta in July. I think it was July, which was an incentive trip. So that was an all expenses paid trip that my business partner, she earned it. And then her husband didn't want to go to Mexico and he knew that I was working really hard. So he said, just take Bridget, right? So I got to go and like experience what the pace setters are getting to experience with our company. And it was incredible. Completely incredible. It was all expenses. We were treated like royalty, VIPs, LifeVantage everywhere, drinks flowing, music pumping, camaraderie, swimming in the pool with doctors and functional medicine and life coaches and health coaches. And it was just like, we were with the cool people, right? The cool people at the pool. Hold on. Oh, is there any kind, here's a question. Anyway, so we did the incentive trip and that was awesome, but LifeVantage does not do any, I'll get to that, Jay. LifeVantage does not do any incentive trips. Anytime we're going into another country, we're going to add value and leave our legacy, okay? So that's what we did. We went to a school. They had 3 big buses bring in 250 people, right? And we built a soccer field. We painted basketball courts. We replanted planters. We put sunshades over the cafeteria, outdoor eating area. We decorated it, we repainted it, we brought electricity and plumbing in, we fixed windows, right? So we completely beautified this incredible elementary school. And just the looks on the faces and also the camaraderie, because you have like the elite with like the me who like just got there by the skin of my teeth, right? And we're passing literally buckets of dirt from the front of the school to the back of the school, and the music's pumping, and it was just really meaningful, right? And we actually made the front page of the newspaper, which is really cool. And they said, thank you, LifeVantage, for leaving your legacy here. We're so grateful. It was really, really awesome. So now I'm going to answer this question. Is there any kind of illness that this hasn't helped based on the research? So again, this is not a cure, a treatment, a prevention, or mitigation for any kind of disease. It's not a treatment for a disease. This is an activation of our body, right? So we're activating our body to produce these enzymes, which are upregulate and downregulate our survival genes. So these genes, this pathway that it's activating, NRF2, right? It's active when we're young and it stops producing when we're about the age of 20, right? And so it's still in our body, it's just laying dormant, right? So what this does is this stimulates it, this protein messenger in our body. So now it's going to activate, right? And it's going to tell the code of our DNA to optimize, right? So it's the tuning of the piano. As we're aging, some of the things are going to get out of whack. Some things are going to be, upregulating like crazy, like overexpressing, right? Like cancers or inflammation. And some are going to be underexpressing, like metabolism, right? And so what this does is it just brings everything back into homeostasis, right? So then the body is functioning the way it's capable of. Our bodies are miraculous, right? And so I always say, go to pubmed.gov if you have any questions. Check it out, pubmed.gov, and then do that research. So in terms of contraindications, the only 2 that I know of, if someone is going in for like a transplant and they're on a transplant drug, we wouldn't want them to start that, because the transplant drugs are trying to suppress the immune system, and this is going to express the immune system or stimulate it. So that's a contraindication, right? And then the other thing, if someone is on blood thinners, it's not a contraindication, but turmeric, which is in our product, it increases circulation, so that that will, it's kind of like you're increasing circulation with your drugs, with your blood thinners, and then you're increasing circulation with your turmeric. So we say, don't go off of this and go on this. We're not saying that. We're saying just start it in tandem, like protandem, right? Start it in tandem, and then stay in touch with your doctor, get your medical testing, right? And then over time, if you stay on the protandem, you should be able to come down on your meds, right? Which is ideal, right? Because that's so stressful on the rest of our organs. So anyway, thank you guys so much for spending time. If there's no other questions, I'm going to say goodnight, and I'm going to leave it with this. This is my big close, right? Are you ready? What's the risk? Right? So ask yourself that, and get back to the person who brought you here and thank them. And then if they have more questions, if you have more questions, I can be accessed by anybody who brought you here, and I'm happy to spend time with you. Okay? Thanks again, and have a great night, everyone. Bye.